Hello again, it's Camille with another episode of StampTech. In this episode, we're exploring watercolor technology using ArtRage 4 and a stamp from Unity's Kit of the Month, In Love with Love. ArtRage is available for PC, iPad, and iPhone. I'm using the PC version with a Wacom tablet and stylus. To work with your stamps as a digital image, you will first need to scan them into your computer. You can scan stamped images for personal use only. Okay, let's get started. Select File at the top left of the screen. Select New Painting. Select the Print Size tab. Change 72 pixels per inch to 300. And when I work with stamped images, I usually do a 4 for the width and 6 inches for the height. And then for watercolor images in Canvas, I'm going to select paper and then watercolor paper and then OK. Okay, and then it brings us to the canvas we're using, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and then I want to bring in the stamped image that we scanned. So you select File again, and you want to import image file to layer. This is the file that I place my scanned images in, and I'm going to hit open. This looks a little big, so I think I'm going to want to crop it. So I'm going to select the selection tool, and I'm going to drag my mouse and go around the image like so. And yeah, I want it about that big. So then you go to Edit, and then you're going to crop to selection. And I want to bring in the colors that I want to use, and usually the palette that I use for that is like a digital image reference that I'm going to, from a digital collection I'm going to use once I print everything out, print and cut. So go to Refs and load reference image, and I am going to use the Sweet Disposition collection by Cosmo Cricket. And that way I can color pick from this palette here. And let's do that. Let me grab my stylus. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to choose the color sampler tool. And I want to use this blue here on the reference image. And then I'm going to select the watercolor brush. Now, if you hit presets, it's going to show you all the different ways that you can use this brush. So you can do delicate on dry, dried strokes, heavy bleed. This one, which is fun, the unclean brush, you actually get a little thing of water here, a glass of water. But for the most part, I just like to kind of use the low blending. So I'm going to exit out of that, and I like my brush size to be about 60. Whenever I go in and color these petals. 59, 60, that'll work. And what I want to do is zoom in so I can see these petals. And you don't want to get too big, because like this is too big. Because you could, well, let me demonstrate. You could be here all day painting this. But you know what, if you're into detail, you'd love it. Oh yes, like I'm loving it right now, because really it's hard to make mistakes. You like to start in the middle, and then just in real life, you know, you go towards the edge there of that black and it kind of runs right in. But this would take me all day to color it at this side, but man, look at how perfect that is. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out to about there. And what I like to do is go, like I said, in the middle. That way I can get as much of the true color, and then go towards the black lines, and that pulls in some of the color. And now if you want to maybe color under the black lines, you can do that also, because there's layers with ArtRage 4. So you select the layers palette over here on the right, and see this right here, this is a layer under the stamped image. And see, let me demonstrate. Now you're not going to pull any of that black out at all. because you're actually coloring under the image. But you know what, I kind of like, I like how it pulls that black. It helps with not blending, but maybe giving you some depth. So I'm gonna actually color right on top of that instead, and I think I'm going to delete that layer and just work on this layer. Kind of, because you know, if you did this in real life, you know, you've seen Swara. She will stamp an image and then color right on top of it, and I'm kind of going for that look today. But you know, feel free to experiment on your own, because well, that's what it's all about. So I'm gonna get to painting the rest of this. Now if you feel like you want to turn this on its side, if it's more comfortable for you, you can select the canvas positioner, and then whoop, and see that little black dot there? That's your paper. So you're going at however you want it. So I'm going to leave it about there right now. And finish coloring these petals here. Ooh, fun, huh? So the kids are out for summer, and we've just been having a good time hanging out together, getting to know them again after being in school all year. Let's see. I think if it were just me, I might be painting this a little bit slower and maybe zooming in a little bit more, you know, if you're a bit of a perfectionist. Sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not, you know, just depends. But this is fun. This last petal over here. Yay. Whoops. Oops. See, now I didn't like that. Now, here's a great example. This happened and I don't like it. So I can hit undo until that goes away. And I can also make my brush just a little smaller if I wanted to get in there and really get that piece. Or I could just leave it white. You know, you don't have to fill it in. Now let's bring this back to 0. Woo. We're almost there. There. And let's zoom out. Now we're going to color, where did my pen go? We're going to color this part of the flower. Was that the bulb, or I don't know, bloom, whatever you might call that. I'm not sure what kind of flower this is. But we're going to hit the color sampler. And I want it to be like an off-white color. And I think I'm going to, there. And then the watercolor. And I want this brush to be about as big as it can be. So let's go to 100. And then, yeah, there we go. I like that. Now, remember how I said earlier, if you want to keep those black lines, we're going to add a layer, and we're going to put that right on top, the flower, and then we're going to color under here so we can keep those little black specks. Now, you could do that, but I don't know. I kind of think I want to try painting on top of the flower. Let's do that too. Ah, there we go. Yeah. That's more fun, right? I think so. I want to add a little bit of interest on top of here. So I'm going to select the gloop pen, which is right here, and it's got presets of hollow, fill-in border, expanding rim. Let's make this about 90. Let's see what happens. Ah, see? That's kind of cool right there. I like that. It kind of makes me want to sneeze right now. Ah, yeah. Just gives some interest. That's different. Aww. I think I'm good. Okay, so now we're going to color the leaf down here. Let's exit from here and let's use the color sampler and go and select this part of our reference, the green leaf, or there's a little bit of green too, right there, right? I think I want it to be a little bit darker. And we're going to use the watercolor brush again, and I think we're going to make it about 65, and I'm going to select the canvas positioner. Oh, I already had it selected. And I'm going to put this on its side a little bit. There we go. Isn't this fun? I think this is just so much fun. I, of course, have, you know, in real life, watercolor pencils and crayons, and I've used all those, and I didn't discover ArtRage until February of this year. I've had a tablet for a few years now, but I guess it really wasn't something I liked to use until I took it out this February, and I found the ArtRage, and it was like, oh, this is fun. And I'm hoping you guys will play with it also. There's a lot to it, a lot of fun things you can do. And you know, my kids love to play with it too. What I think I'm going to do is color this stem up here green. So let's make our brush even smaller so we can get in there. There we go. There. And I am going to be bringing this image into Silhouette to do a print and cut. So I think I'm going to use the eraser to erase just kind of parts of the stem of the flower that I don't want to deal with there. Okay, and then I want to make it to where this is one full line. We got some green on there, so hit undo. I'm going to use my color sampler again to sample that black, and then I'm going to use the pin brush and the billboard pin to finish the stem so that it's one piece. And then I'm going to set it back up to 0. And I think, back up to 0. 0. There. Oh, 0. There. Let's zoom out and see what. No, zoom out, fool. I'm gonna hit redo because it took away. Of course it did. Okay, so that's what I colored. That's what happened when I brought this up, and this is what we got. This is just a lot of fun because you can use any reference to pick your colors. You're not just subject to the colors that you have in your drawer. You can anything. So we are going to now save this file so that we can use it later, and the way that you do that is you go to File and you're going to hit Export Image File, and you're going to save it where you like to save your images. I like mine under Projects, and I'm going to call it Flower. There it is. I'm going to save it as a ping image and save. See, I have all the other flowers here that I had fun with earlier. And save. Okay, I'm not going to save this as an ArtRage file. Of course I could come back later and change it however, but we're just going to not save it because I don't really care about it right now. Thank you so much for watching another episode of StampTech. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And I will stamp with you next time.